What's up, everybody? So it's currently, while filming this, the first day of spring, 2021, March 20th. Nice little sunrise over my shoulder, pebbles, pepper. So I finished the pallet coop that I've been working on. It is very much not pretty, as you can see. But it works, gets the job done. We got a heat lamp in there, just got to plug it in, and we'll be able to move some of our fully feathered friends outside. But so today is a big day. We're heading up to our new property, and we're gonna continue taking down some trees where we're planning on putting this flower farm. And so it's about 30,000 square feet approximately, so almost an acre, and it'll probably end up being an acre or more eventually. But so today we're gonna do a little bit of exploring on the new property. We're gonna go and cut down some trees. We got the whole family coming to help us today, so that should be fun. You know, they're doing work on the house. We found out that the house had actually probably been winterized, which is good. So I don't know if it's clear, but so the house that we bought, it's on 40 acres. There's two houses, a cottage and a main house. We're gonna be living in the cottage that has the garage, but we found out the house had been abandoned for 6 to 8 years before we bought it. So one of the big scary things was like, what happens when we turn on the water? You know, how long have these pipes been frozen? How many of them are burst? So I was up there yesterday and I talked to the plumber, and the plumber said that it looks like it had been winterized. So that is great news. And again, today is the first day of spring. It's a little cold, but it's supposed to be in the 50s later, so that's lovely. Our chickens hanging out. Again, sunrise. Daylight savings time is over, or it is daylight savings time. I can never remember which is which. So we have much more daylight. I'm very excited. Let's get to work. I think this is pretty cool. So I am just out on our property, on our new property, and I'm just out exploring, taking a look around. This is like the most exciting thing that I felt, you know, I can't even talk. So we have 40 acres here, and who knows what the hell is out there. You know, a video we put out previously, you know, we found an old shed. So I'm looking around and I see, so there's protected land next door to us. And so that's good for us because that's actually a pretty clear marker of a property line. And there's also, I just found these fence posts, and one of them has a faded out orange flag on it, which means this is our property line. So you can see right here, this was obviously some kind of fence many years ago. But you know, there was a survey done, I think 10 years ago. And so that seems to be about where the property line is. So, you know, it's not an exact thing, but it's at least some kind of indication. So I'm on the eastern end of our property. So there's basically a big giant open spot that's like 17 acres up at the top. And then there's a little neck that goes down to where our house is. So I think I'm right in that neck. Woo! On the eastern side. This is just so cool, man. You know, like this is some real frontier shit right here. Because, you know, we own this land and it's wild. You know, it's just a forest. So part of me loves that and wants to keep it a forest, but like another part of me, you know, there's some land here that's really nice and level. So that's gonna be perfect for pastures, for flowers. Super excited. So I'm just gonna keep walking here and see if I can find some kind of other property marker. I'm off of the trail right now, so I'll keep an eye out. All right.
You don't have to start talking, it was just some B-roll.
Get it?
Yep.
So, today's the first day of spring.
Hooray!
Hooray! And as you can see, One of our hives, which is the swarm hive, seems to be doing great.
Bumping with activity.
Bumping with activity. The other ones, not so much. But so we are going to take a look at this guy right here and just see how they're doing. Hopes are not. You can hear them.
So what's that? A lot of condensation, do you think?
Where?
The wetness? Or is that just discoloration?
That's propolis.
Oh, okay.
So I also wonder if, so it seems like both of our outer hives are dead. And I wonder if it's because we had the super on there.
Too much space?
Yeah, because now I'm looking at, these guys are all dead. And they're like all in the same spot. And now we kept the super on here because we were thinking that it would just be useful for food
For them.
for them. But does not look like a good result. So unfortunately, this is a mountain of dead bees.
So sad.
It is sad. And, you know, all of the honey is gone from it.
But there's 2 boxes below?
There are 2 boxes below.
You think there's any possibility that there's live bees down below? Should we?
I guess we can open it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're leaving it on to protect them,
Right.
unless we think that they might be live below. Ugh.
It's so sad.
But is this all capped? This is all capped.
Well, it's honey.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think? You see the queen?
No.
Oh.
A mite.
You see a mite?
Yeah. 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 So if you look. Oh, it just fell off. But it's right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see its legs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So that sucks. But that's a pretty clear indication.
So sad.
So sad.
And then the good news is we'll be able to use these frames to
Build some new swarm traps.
build some new swarm traps and give the 3 packages of bees that we have coming a good head start. Or we need to stick
Yeah.
these in the
No.
freezer first.
Well, I think we do need to stick them in the freezer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have plenty of drawn out comb and we have honey.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to give some food stores to our packages, which will be good. And then, you know, we did do, before we locked them up, we did an oxalic acid treatment. But you know, also, and you can see down here, if you point the camera down here. So look at all of these dead bees.
Mm-hmm.
That was right after our formic acid treatment that we did. And
So you think the formic acid kind of weakened them?
I think the formic acid did quite a number on the bees, reduced their numbers, and then, you know, we could have done another oxalic acid treatment and probably should have. So I think we just weakened the bees too much with that formic acid and it just went from there. But you know, it's interesting because there are fewer bees in the swarm trap. You know, maybe they are just less prone to mites. You know, that is a possibility. There's very little chance that the swarm was wild, like, you know,
Right,
just
those were
naturally
somebody's
occurring
bees.
honeybees.
Right.
Those were most likely somebody's bees, but you know, it seems like they're probably bees that overwintered somewhere. So
Not their first Connecticut winter.
I don't think it's their first Connecticut winter. But
So what are we going to learn from this going forward?
so I think learning from this going forward is absolutely to not use Formic Pro. I hated it when I did it. And I think we'll stick with the oxalic acid. So our beekeeping mentor Stan gifted us with a ton of it, and he's also letting us use his vaporizer. So I think the plan is to just do that more often.
When should we treat the swarm trap first?
I would think probably soon. You know, the formic acid was so hard on the bees. I think we'll just going forward we'll use this oxalic acid. It's much less toxic to the bees, and you know, I think it is actually like a little bit less effective, maybe. So you have to do it more often. But it's you know, you saw the ton of dead bees in the front. Like,
We'll try it for a year
yeah,
and see how it
see what
goes.
happens.
Couldn't be too much worse than this.
Right. Well, and then I think the other thing is, you know, maybe if this swarm hive is strong enough, maybe we split that or even combine it with something. Because if they do have some kind of genetics where they're less prone to mites or better with Connecticut winters, like, let's get them together with somebody else, you know, and expand that gene pool.
So what's on there? This is two. You can't tell through the styrofoam. It's 2 boxes.
Yes. This is 2 deeps, and the ones on the outside are 2 deeps and 1 medium.
So you can leave your opinion down below on whether you think we should split that swarm or not.
Yeah. Well, it also depends on how they are inside.
Right.
We could take a look, but you want to take a look in there?
It's up to you. So we're just gonna kind of look at theirs. Wow, look at that.
I don't even know if I want to go further than that.
Yeah, maybe pop off the inner cover and just try to see their spread. Is that what they call it?
You know, I forget what they call it. It's been so hard. I loved these bees so much when we first got them, and then over the winter, like, you don't do anything with them and you forget. Like, just how cool they are. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, they look super good.
Good job, guys.
Definitely made
Ladies.
it.
Yes.
All right.
Excellent work. Love y'all. All right, so super sad that we had those 2 hives die out, but I think it gives us a plan of action for the future, and hopefully we can learn from this and better manage our mites, and hopefully next year we end up with 10,000 hives, or at least the 3 packages we're purchasing plus this swarm. Let us know in the comments down below if you guys think we should try to split and when we should try to split. And if you want to watch the video where we first caught this swarm, check this one out right here. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!